What can you really expect from your first online course launch? What can you expect the sales to be like? What expectations should you have for performance in your very first course launch? That's coming up. What's up, digital dads? I hope you're having a phenomenal week. If you're brand new here, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching. My name's Kerry and I'm the founder of Digital Dads. And I created this channel to help dads escape the 9-to-5 grind and create an online income through a digital course business. Today, I want to show you behind the scenes of my recent launch of Digital Dads Academy. Now, that course and program is specifically for people watching this channel. It's for dads that want to create an online income through a digital course business. I want to show you the actual numbers. This is the very first time launching this course and this program. And I want to show you what I actually sold. Were there any profits? What were the profits like? What were the conversion rates like? How many leads I had? I want to explain all that today. And my hope in this is that this helps you have some realistic expectations for what your first course launch might be like. What kind of conversion rates can you expect? What will your lead costs be like? How many leads do you need? What kind of goals should you set? And so a lot of times I think that as beginners, or even not as beginners, as more experienced course sellers, we go into launches and we have really big goals and we have really big expectations. And when we don't meet those goals or expectations, we kind of feel like a failure. But in reality, you know, those conversion rates that you got or that I got, they might be a lot higher than, you know, our competitors, or there might be on par with what we should be expecting. And I just think a lot of people don't know what those numbers are that you need to hit or what you should expect. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's dive in. All right, so you're looking at my screen here. This is my campaign earnings Google Sheet. And it's basically just a Google Sheet where I keep all of my launches. Any live launch that I do of any of my courses, I keep them in the sheet. If you look down here at the bottom, you see all these tabs of all of the live launches I've done for my courses over the last 3 years. I've kept everything in this one sheet. So I can go back to any of these launches and I can see exactly what my numbers were, what my conversion rates were like. I can compare and contrast. This has just been the simplest way for me to track all of my metrics for my launches. And you know that, as the saying go, what you measure improves. And so I like to measure as much data as I can so that I can know where to improve and I can measure it. So this is what you're looking at right here. This is specifically for my first launch of Digital Dads Academy. Now, Digital Dads Academy is a membership. It's going to be priced in the future at $99 per month, or you can pay $997 for an entire year. But for this initial launch, I offered 50% off for founding members. And actually, the course is not even built. Right now, it's probably 75% built when this video is coming out. And what I did is I did a founding members offer, and I allowed the people that bought in to watch me build the course and help me build it and provide feedback. And so you don't have to have your course created when you actually sell it for the first time. You can build it with your students, and that's exactly what I did here. These numbers are very low. This is a very modest course launch, but this was the first time I'm ever launching this course. And so you can see, let me kind of break these down a little bit. I did a 3-day live challenge. So I taught for 3 days and then I pitched the course 50% off. So I offered it at $49 per month for $49 per month ongoing as a membership, or you could pay $499 per year. So it renews every year. You can see my total sales volume for this entire launch was only $7,876. As I mentioned, super small launch. Now, again, I have done so many launches that I had proper expectations, and this was actually a huge win for me. Now, with my other course that I've been selling for 3 years, I routinely do 6-figure plus launches, and I kind of know how many leads I need and what the conversion rates are and everything. So that helped me set the proper expectations going into this launch of Digital Dads Academy. And this is really about all I was expecting. I wanted to get in 15 to 20 new dads that wanted to learn. And I was hoping there was some profit there, but I wasn't expecting this to be like $1 million launch or $100,000 launch. I knew it was going to be. Listen up. If you're a dad and you're working a 9-to-5, right? Or you have your own business that's like not on the internet and you want to start making money from the internet using your knowledge. The things you already know, you're already skilled, you already have certain skills and other people will pay you for those skills. If you want to learn my system to take that knowledge and turn it into a profitable digital course, I want to invite you to download my free ebook and audiobook called How to Become a Digital Dad. Just go over to kerryegeler.com/book and download it, or use the link in the description. Back to the video. I knew it was going to be a pretty low launch. And honestly, I just wanted to break even, or maybe just be a little bit, above the break even mark. And we actually came out really nice. So here's what we sold. We sold a total of 14 memberships into Digital Dads Academy. We had 4 people pay in full at $499 per year. That brought in $2,000. And then we had 10 dads take the $49 per month option, which is just ongoing and just 49 month basically until they cancel. They can cancel at any time. And that brought in $5,880 in sales. Now you might be asking, how did 49 bring in that much? Well, I calculated this in hopes that these 10 dads would stay with me for a minimum of 12 months. Now, because this is a new course, I don't know actually how long they'll stay. They may stay 6 months, they may stay 12 months, or they may stay longer. A lot of dads I'm hoping that they'll stay in it for multiple years, and it will be a community and a program that they can grow with and continue to learn from and get that community and support. But I don't really know yet. So I am betting on myself that I can keep them for at least 12 months. And that would bring in $588 per dad, per student in my membership. And so that's how I got to this 5,880 number. That could be a little bit lower, but it could also be a little bit higher, but that's the number I went with. So I did actually run ads for this challenge. I ran Facebook and Instagram ads. I spent $2,478. Now, again, I just want to mention, I would normally spend $30,000, $40,000 on advertising personally for my challenge launches for my other course. I'm not doing that for Digital Dads because I have no idea if it's going to sell, right? I have no idea if this offer is proven, if dads are going to like it, if the content's going to be good. I don't know yet. So I want to test on a very small scale. And so I spent $2,478 on ads. That gave me 379 leads for this challenge. So 379 people registered for this free challenge where they're going to learn over 3 days. So my cost per lead was $6.54 per person that registered for the challenge. Now, is that good? Is that bad? I think that is very good. In this niche, what I've heard from other people, what I've learned over the years, and the niche of kind of online courses and that kind of thing, you can routinely see lead costs that are, $8, $10, $12, even $15 or more. And so I think being at $6.54 is a great mark for me to be at. I'm very satisfied with that lead cost. Now, so as you can see, with the total sales of $7,876 and total ad spend of $2,478, that gave me a return on my investment of 3.17x. So for every $6.54 I put in, I got back 3 times that, which was $20 per lead. So every person that signed up, on average, I made $20.78 per lead. That's called earnings per lead. And so what's interesting here, what I really want to point out for you as if you're launching for the very first time, is look how many leads it took me just to get 14 sales, right? And so I want to use this to kind of set the expectations with you, because when you do your first launch, you might only have 50 leads. You might only have 100 leads. You might have 150 leads. It might be a small amount of leads to your first live launch, okay? Your expectation for that should not be that if you get 100 people registered that you're going to have 50 sales or 100 sales, right? Your expectation should not be that you're going to get 20 sales. The realistic expectation, which is not a failure, it's a success, is if you have 100 leads, you might get 3 to 5 sales, right? You might get 2 to 4 sales. That's very typical, especially of a first-time course launch, is to only get 1% or 2% of people, 3%, between somewhere in that range to get that amount of people to actually buy your offer. And so you can see here, you need a lot of leads to get big results. So if we kind of multiplied this out, we can just do some quick math. If we had 1,000 leads here, we would likely triple this. So we would be at 42, we'd be at 42 sales, right? And 42 sales would get us into the $20,000, $25,000 in revenue range. And so we can kind of multiply that up and we see how much ad spend would we need to spend. Would likely be around $7,500 to get 1,000 leads, right? And that would yield us maybe $20,000, $25,000. So we can start to see how this can scale up. One other thing that I want to point out here is I always track our cash right here, what we actually made in cash from this launch right on the spot. We made $2,486. You can see that's about break even based on what we spent on ads. We spent $2,478 and we basically broke even at $2,486. So we made $8 in profit in cash. Now, again, we have renewals here. People will likely renew that $499 per year. And we also have additional recurring revenue coming in each month, $49 per month. So you can quickly see how this profit really starts to skyrocket as months go by and people continue to pay for their monthly membership. And so that's kind of how this works here. Now, if this were, just a one-time lifetime access course, these numbers would look a little bit different because we wouldn't have the recurring revenue coming in unless we had payment plans and everything. But I wanted to point out that cash, and I also wanted to show you the launch cycle here and kind of the ups and downs. And this is very typical, somewhat typical of what you'll see. On this offer, I had a 5-day cart open period. So once I opened the offer to the audience, I gave them 5 days to join the program. What you can see is I initially had a big bump when I opened the offer, and I made $1,693 in cash. We had no sales on the second day, 0 sales. We had 1 sale on the third day, and then we had likely a full pay and then a couple monthly pays on Saturday, and then we closed the cart on a Sunday, and we actually had no sales on Sunday. Now, usually what you'll see on the cart close days, you'll see kind of a lot of sales here. For some reason, I didn't see that on this launch. It is what it is. But I didn't see any sales on the cart close. So that's what we kind of came up with. You can see the ups and downs, and you'll feel those emotions as you go through your cart open period, right? We get some sales right at the beginning. It's like, yes, I'm the king of the world. It's amazing. Then the next day is a blank, and it's like, we suck. This is a failure, right? And then you start to get some more sales and you're like, okay, it's good again. And it's the ups and downs, right? But it's always good to wait until the cart is closed, look at the numbers, and then figure out where you can improve and what you should be focusing on next time. When I look at this offer right here in this Digital Dads Academy, again, I'm very satisfied with this launch. The first thing I would say is next time I launch it, the price will be doubled. It will be $999 per year or $99 per month. And so all of my numbers instantly double just because I've doubled my price. So if I did the exact same thing again, but I doubled my price, I could expect, now my conversion might be just a little bit lower, but I can expect that these numbers are going to be more in the $12,000, $14,000, $15,000 range, right? So now I instantly have a ton more profit. I wanted to do this as a founding members offer because the course is not built yet, but I can see how this can be a very profitable offer moving forward with that price increase. Now, as far as my other numbers go, do I need to get my lead cost down? Probably not. I like it to be, I think that's a good lead cost. Do I want to get my conversion up? Yes, I could likely improve the content and get my conversion up a little bit. 379 leads and I converted 14. What if I just bump that to 20, right? Or whatever the case may be there. 20 would put me at, I think it's like around a 5% conversion, something like that. So overall, this launch was very successful, and this is something I could scale up as I go. And so I wanted to create this video just to help you if you're going into your first launch. What can you expect? I want you to know that if you don't convert, 20, 30, 40% of your audience, you're not a failure. That's normal, that's typical, and you're actually doing a very good job. And I'd encourage you to track your numbers like this, something like this, where you know how much your sales are, you know what your conversion rate are, you're tracking your lead cost. Because when you look at the numbers, the data is arbitrary, right? It doesn't have emotions. It just shows you, what you did, and is it profitable or not. And so when you look at the data, you have the numbers in front of you. It helps you know whether this is successful or not. And even if you have maybe a lower conversion than you were expecting, I just want you to know that is oftentimes normal, typical, and it's what you should expect. And so hopefully this was helpful today. It's just kind of a breakdown. And let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today. Before you leave, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're brand new. We want to get this information out to as many dads as possible. So like, subscribe, comment, hit the notifications, do all the things. Help us out. We'll see you soon.